All right, where are my data nerds at? Let's talk about where the market is. It is February of 2025, and the January 2025 market action report for the Portland, Oregon metro region is hot off the presses, literally hot. I think I got this email an hour ago. So let's break down what is happening so far in 2025. Where do we think the year is going to end up? I'm Jennifer Schurter. You're watching Living in Portland Suburbs. And before we get into it, I'm going to ask you if you could do me a quick favor, leave me a comment down below with your thoughts, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to be notified when I've got new content. I'm going to be releasing new information every single week, and I would love for you to be part of this community. So let's talk about Portland Metro itself before we hone in on the suburbs that I tend to cover here on my channel. First of all, we've got in the Portland Metro, our market activity is gaining momentum. New listings. The big thing is we've been talking about inventory and how we've had some challenges with that over the last couple of years. What we're seeing is that new listings increased 13.6% year over year between January of 24 and January of 25. And get this, new listings are up 106.5% from December of 2024. That is a monster increase in just 1 month's time. So buyers out there, you have a lot more inventory to choose from. Our pending sales went up 15.2%. Strong buyer demand. People are still out there in the wintertime buying houses. Closed sales were up 8.3% from January of 24, but down from December. And sometimes that's not really a big surprise given that the holidays happen and that tends to drive a slowdown in activity. Nonetheless, things don't come to a screeching halt, that's for sure. What this means is that at the end of the day, more sellers are entering the market and buyers are responding. The next takeaway about the Portland Metro is that home prices continue to rise. And this is really, really surprising to me for a number of reasons. Our average sale price jumped 6.3% year over year to $600,300. Hold on a second here. 6.3% to $537,000. Now, remember that median is the middle point. So roughly half the house prices or property prices in the metro are more expensive and half will be less expensive. Rising prices still indicates that our demand is still outpacing our supply of properties to buy in the Portland, Oregon metro region. And what this means is that buyers are facing higher costs and sellers are going to benefit from continued price appreciation. All right, so the inventory and market times have also increased. The fact that home prices are continuing to go up, generally speaking, that's not something that we see happen when inventory and market times have increased. Our inventory rose to 3.7 months. That is the highest inventory we've seen in over a year. Our total market time increased to 88 days. That is the longest market time we've seen in quite a few years. We went back to COVID and looked at the time on market from that point in time. We would be down to something in the 20-day mark. Quite a big shift has happened in the last few years. What does this all mean to you if you're a seller? You're going to want to price strategically. Now is not the time to test the market. You're going to want to price the property where the market is at. If you get ambitious, then you're going to run into an issue where buyers are not going to see the value for the price that you are asking. Buyers have more choices. And if that's the case and you're selling a home, then you want to be attractive, you want to gain attention, and overpricing your property is not going to do it. That's the Portland, Oregon metro region as a whole. So what does it look like on a more local level? Let's talk about Clackamas County, so Canby, Oregon City, and Wilsonville, just to hone in on a few key areas. In those areas, prices are holding steady or even increasing slightly. Canby and Oregon City, our average sale price rose to $613,000. That is up 4% year over year. In Wilsonville, Wilsonville and Tigard, they are lumped together by the MLS. The average sale price increased to $648,400. And the Clackamas and Milwaukee area saw an average sale price climb to $620,900 with 1.6% growth year over year. So it's very moderate. Home values are remaining strong, but again, that growth, it's not the gangbusters growth that we saw a few years ago, but things are continuing to increase. We're also seeing that buyer activity is picking up. So in Canby and Oregon City, our pending sales increased by 1.2%. So there's a bit of stable demand happening in that area. In Wilsonville, Tigard, pending sales jumped 12.2%. That would indicate some pretty strong interest in those areas in particular. In Milwaukee and Clackamas, pending sales surged 22.1%. Definitely a huge demand spike in those cities. The outposts in the Clackamas County area with the biggest demand would definitely be Wilsonville and the Clackamas and Milwaukee areas, where they're just seeing a ton of demand for properties there right now. Also in the Clackamas County area, we've seen inventory and market time both increasing. Homes are taking longer to sell with more available inventory. Canby and Oregon City, we're looking at about 65 days on the market before going pending. And in Wilsonville or Tigard, we're looking at about 109 days on market. Buyers are taking their time, but even still, the demand is still pretty darn good in those areas. At the end of the day, just like with Portland, Oregon Metro as a whole, sellers, the takeaway is that you must price competitively as we're approaching a more balanced market. That is the way that you're going to attract buyers to your home. Again, this is not the time to be ambitious with your pricing aspirations. You can test the market, but the market is going to push back. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen in 2025 with the real estate market in the Portland, Oregon metro region? I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a comment. Let's get a conversation going here. I'm Jennifer Schurter, your real estate expert in the South Portland, Oregon metro suburbs, including Clackamas County and cities like Oregon City, Canby, and Wilsonville. If you have any thoughts or questions, leave me a comment. I'll ask you again, subscribe, hit the bell to be alerted, or just tune in next time. I'm going to be keeping you posted with the latest and most relevant information about what's going on in this part of the real estate world. Until then, I will see you next time.